It's Friday night in the city. We here. Charlie, people are asking me during the day, Panorama day, Panorama go happen. Charlie, what's up with Panorama? We day here live in Cali like nothing they happen. Charlie. Ghana Sports is the gift that just keeps giving. The well that just keeps giving. A big shout out to Baby Jet, Asamoah Gyan. Hey, Nana. Charlie, Corona period, what? But the good thing is that Asamoah Gyan has been doing some really good work out there in the Gbawe and its environment. So he's been going around with his manager Sami Enim as well as the MP for the area. They've been doing some awareness, educating people, and from what I've seen, he will actually also embark on donating some PPEs and stuff to help the fight of the case. But I will tell you something really interesting that Asamoah Gyan has been up to. Hey, the jet! Charlie, Asamoah Gyan will be some guy. Asamoah Gyan really is the dude, man. Today we'll be talking some Premier League action. Yeah, Charlie, against Fono, they are still there asking. So Ben, will the league be cancelled? It is your fufu and your banku that will be cancelled. How are you asking me that question? Would the league, what do you mean by will the league be cancelled? I'll be updating you on some transfers also that have been happening in the Ghana Premier League. And then you know what? We are not in ordinary times. So you can just send us a message, send us a tweet. Tweet at me at Nketsia and add the hashtag Sports Panorama. Send us a message on 0549986996. You just tell us what you want us to discuss. If it fits within the mode of things, we'll just squeeze it in. Yeah, Charlie. Sports Panorama proudly brought to us by Betway. Charlie, Betway, there right now, there are casino games in Kwao. See, let me tell you, everything you want on Betway. Agree, there's no football. Everything else you want is on Betway. Monopoly, donkey racing, akoko racing, kusie racing. Look, you will find everything on Betway. Just go to the Betway virtual games platform. You will find plenty things. Roulette, blackjack. Charlie, enjoy. Why? Enjoy. Now, boys, he bleedy. Hey! Corona season is not easy, man. But the guys are in here. I don't do this alone. Today, Charlie, I'm in. The two stubborn guys are in the wilderness. But guess who's here? Oh, Soutum's finest. Soutum's finest. ST Wizzle for short. Soutum, aka ST Wizzle. Cracker's finest, the boss, the lyricist, the pianist, international relations analyst, instrumentalist. Should I go on? Welcoming the rabbi. These days he has added a new name, Professor Snape, aka the potions master. Charlie, the guy can brew things. No, listen to the name again. I say Rabbi, aka Numo, aka the potions master, aka Professor Snape. Hey! On safe matter, I told you the name of the concoction, right? It's called Independence. Ginger, melon, goro, ataje, garlic, banana. Hey! Charlie, what mission are you on? What mission at all are you on? Nah.
Coconut water base.
Charlie, Rabbi, namely Rabbi. In the vein of introducing you, you are the potions master now. You are the one who sets the tone. Please commit us into his presence.
Oh, Yehovah zip out. Lele wafi slow. Lele corona han wafi slow. She wake male. Ye yesu ba mi. Oba teshike wale.
Amen.
Oba ye corona hikunim. Oba ye kunim chong. Waka wale yake. Sure, none wa mahi nyelo honey wa back together as man be no fair. A fame follow. Mani wa he. Yehovah wake eheba basenamo. Eheba basenamo. Corona ebuwe. Imbu yo make ebuwe. Ne jeman ebuwe. Man ake British Prime Minister ledenche. Hey. Mene helane. Hela ebuwe. Fentio atayiro hene yo wakumole wami. Intwala anwe wo no. Isolate ye. Nke Fentio call the program to isolate more. No answer call say Fentio atahiro is very very important. Boy, akemo fear more social distancing. Fentio inu egbana. Ino say me name wine boss. Gana ka wo fin wo hinshan. Hinshan wo yo lala son lala son. To lala. Meni no hia no to lala. Ni be share waka wo jugba me na fe ni won ye kunim ye corona ene wo biobo yo bile gba mi. Amen.
Amen. On that corona note, Charlie, but people for this country, see, before even the baby jet will talk to you, see, me, one thing I like is that when something new or when something becomes a trend, you need to take time to educate yourself about it on all angles, how it is pronounced, the different names it has, symptoms, consequences, whatever. I mean, I heard something like just before I came onto the show today that disturbed my spirit. Charlie, play the voice.
Minister of Local Government, we just launched the program. Our education and sensitization program focusing on market women. Of course, there are men in the market women and traders on this coronavirus. COVID-15.
Ha! COVID-19. No, play that voice again. Play it again.
Minister of Local Government, we just launched the program. Our education and sensitization program focusing on market women. Of course, there are men in the market women and traders on this coronavirus. COVID-15.
Hey! Hey! Honorable Ajia Alima Mahama, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Honorable men, yes, sir. Men, oh yes, sir, and fine. Honorable. See, play the voice again.
Minister of Local Government, we just launched the program. Our education and sensitization program focusing on market women. Of course, there are men in the market women and traders on this coronavirus. COVID-15.
Charlie, Nathan, how many times have I called you?
3 times.
How many times did Honorable call COVID-15?
3 times.
Now, what is COVID-15?
I'm struggling to get.
No, see, listeners, if you are just joining the show right about now, it's Benjamin Nketsia here. I'm confused, perplexed, flabbergasted, photos bruised, baba hazed. I don't know what's going on. Play the voice for me. I'm trying to play it for me, please.
Minister of Local Government, we just launched the program. Our education and sensitization program focusing on market women. Of course, there are men in the market women and traders on this coronavirus. COVID-15.
Repeated for emphasis. Honorable men, yes, sir. Men, yes, sir, and you're fine. Oh, let's move on to Black Stars general captain. I'm not even sure if he's the general captain these days, but it looks like, look, on top of the, you know, the football, the rap, you know, there's football, there's rap to it. Asamajan is a dancer on top of everything else. But see, I never knew. See, baby jet. See, baby, I will be a what's now you are giving guys like Kweku Bonzam and Nana Agrada a run for their money. So Asamajan they mix helps so coach. See, I just bestowed on you title of the potions master, but Jan is a don on his own. See, Jan dished out coronavirus awareness tips, you know, safety tips, and then you play the voice. They'll hear it for this plate.
This is your boy Asamajan, aka Baby Jet. I'm here to talk about what is going on right now in the world, which is a coronavirus. It's getting serious. I advise everybody, let's take precautions, stay at home, use your hand sanitizers. Let's do everything possible to protect ourselves. As an icon, people look up to me. This is the time. I urge all the celebrities, all those who are fortunate, all those who want to give back to the community. Let's give back to the community, because this is the time people need us. People need our support. Let's do this to help the government, because the government cannot do this alone. We cannot depend on the government. This is our lives. We have to protect each and everyone. We have to protect one another. We have to stick together. And also, as we are home, I urge everybody, let's stick to our tradition, which is the neem tree. You just put the neem tree in a bowl, as everybody know. Put it on fire, warm it. After you take it off, just cover yourself with a blanket or something so you can feel the heat. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Very, very important. I'm also doing it. I will show you a video afterwards. I'll just post a video afterwards so everybody will know what I'm talking about. We have to take this very, very serious. I urge everybody, please. It's getting serious, but nobody should be scared. Fear and panic can also cause damage. We are strong. Let's stay strong. Let's fight this coronavirus together. I'm sure we're gonna succeed. Thank you, Ghana. I love you.
We love the young man too. We love him too. We love him. We love him too.
I like that.
No, see.
To be
We
honest,
shouldn't forget the neem tree.
Charlie coach.
what all odido eh?
Yeah, Odido.
Ka aho odido eni ona aka wola bepi ke malaria mobo alo fever mobo e. Be no onu ko e keke me touch all e gam me I forgotten. There's this Ashiko that I've forgotten. Need to help me.
I can't seem to remember.
What call it?
But you know the shadow I go wear before I go put the blanket. The Tologbaji. Then I'll put my but Nathan, you know as I'm down from. In fact, the two of you are below boys.
Yeah, like
Charlie.
Chris wouldn't know him.
Charlie, but where this herbalist neem tree theory from?
I mean, that's a cure.
But it no be coronavirus cure.
Oh, she no more. Come on, Corona ebue. Esmo no kuni Joe. No,
Chris, where are you going?
Are you?
I know where you are going with this.
No, you relax. Let's Nana Tobuasi. Baby Jet. Let's listen to the herbalist again. Herbalist, talk to us.
And also, as we are home, I urge everybody, let's stick to our tradition, which is the neem tree. You just put the neem tree in a bowl, as everybody know. Put it on fire, warm it. After you take it off, just cover yourself with a blanket or something so you can feel the heat. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Very, very important. I'm also doing it. I will show you a video afterwards. I'll just post a video afterwards so everybody will know what I'm talking about. We have to take this very, very serious. I urge everybody, please. It's getting serious, but nobody should be scared. Fear and panic can also cause damage. We are strong. Let's stay strong. Let's fight this coronavirus together. I'm sure we're gonna succeed. Thank you, Ghana. I love you.
See, baby jet, why you need na baby jet? Where you the No, Jan has done all. It do all for Akraka boys. I don't know say he will be herbalist like that. Coach is a potion maker. Jan, on top of his music skills, his sublime football skills, is also a herbalist. The neem tree cooker, the blanket wearer. Charlie, no, the guy do Nathan. No, but quick thoughts though on the efforts being put forth by our footballers in trying to raise awareness about this deadly coronavirus disease. And I urge all of you out there that look, now you can say what you want, but the biggest flex in the world now is washing your hands and sanitizing your hands on a regular basis. Charlie, my producer says he has found me a jam, so let me jam 10 seconds. I'll come back.
Castro again, oh, featuring Baby Jet, EBK, what do this be?
The Jet! Charlie, coach, talk to us about coronavirus. Jan has spoken. Alfred Duncan, your own boy, has spoken.
Yeah.
Kojo Asamoah has spoken. A host of them. Look, they've been party. Everybody who has a boy, everybody's shared some advice on staying indoors, because I think that we also need to use our platform to sometimes maybe we need to beg Ghanaians, because I've seen some really reckless behavior with regards to this advice on social distancing, self-isolating, and following the right guidelines to try and keep your own space as safe as possible. I saw a video from Cape Coast where the guys were at the Cape Coast Castle, over close to 200 people. Look, they had no regard, and the person who took the video was openly saying that out here in Cape Coast they don't care about the virus, and that the president says reduce your public gathering numbers to 25. Well, they don't care. They are out there having fun. Now, with a case has been reported in Wa, so clearly this is not an Accra, Tema, Kumasi situation.
Of course.
It's gradually spreading to the other areas, and if people are not careful, it might get out of hand.
Yeah, look, for example, the case that has been reported from Wa, we are told the guy traveled from Accra, isn't it?
Yep.
So just imagine.
Traveled in public transportation
Public
as well.
transportation, he's gone all the way. He might have stopped along the line, gotten himself some abolo or some things, exchange, maybe rested. Look, it's real, Benjamin, and it is very, very serious. For me, all along, I've taken this very serious, but the day it actually struck me was when, I think last week, Saturday, Sunday, when I read or I heard on BBC that in Italy, in 2 days, over 1,000 people dead.
Yeah, I mean, the Italian numbers are very
That was
scary.
when I told myself, and I said, hey,
The situation in Italy is completely
You know,
wild,
just
and the United
earlier-
States as well.
Yeah, just earlier today. Just two quick points. So earlier, Ben, you were describing the disease as deadly. So the literature is that we should not describe it as that. It's
deadly.
novel.
Okay.
We should not give
Okay.
it that target.
Okay.
The other point today, I was reading a story. It was in two of the newspapers. They talked about how that Champions League game between Atalanta
and Valencia.
Valencia could have been the catalyst. It could have been the rallying point for a lot of these infections, because now about 40,000 people crammed
Traveling
into
to
the
go.
San Siro
Yep.
to watch that game. The San Siro is in Milan, which is in Lombardy. That's where all the craziness is happening in Italy.
Yeah.
So one doctor is saying that, look here, if all these people, if some people had it and they were crammed in that stadium, cheering, jumping, hugging each other, all that, maybe that could have just been the starting point or a
could be.
place of multiplication.
That could be. Nobody can rule that out. And for me, like I'm saying, it is that serious that we all need to be very, very careful. We are very determined as a country. We believe that this thing will definitely pass by, but until it is gone and gone for good, we really do need to take very good care of ourselves. I was listening to my general overseer, Dr. Pastor Mansan Otabel, yesterday on television, where he said that yes, it is God's intention to make sure we are safe, but he likened it to you driving your own car. The good Lord would definitely want you to be safe, but you can't say because God wants you to be safe, you will go and you'll be driving recklessly. You go and you don't put on your seatbelt. God has given us common sense, of course, common sense to read in between the lines and do the things that we need to do to make it safe or to keep it safe. Because at the end of the day, it is going to be to our benefit and, of course, to the glory of God. So if you are out there and you've been told to distance yourself, social distance, and you are not doing it, you've been told to at least sanitize your hands, and you are not doing it. Wash your hands under running water and soap regularly. If you've got nothing important out there doing, stay indoors. And you just want to go out and be like the guy in Cape Coast at the beach. This is absolute misbehaving. Okay? That was absolutely an act of misbehaving. Why would you do that when as a country we've been told by the technocrat, by the specialists in the area that look, these are the sort of things we need to be doing in order to combat or overcome this problem. Yes, it's a problem. We don't want to believe, like Nathan rightly said, deadly, no too harsh a word, or we don't want to describe it, because at the end of the day, we will overcome it. Something that will be defeated at the end of the day cannot be classified as what? Deadly. But in overcoming it, there are certain things that we need to do. And those things have been clearly outlined. Look, nobody likes my football better than me. Somebody asked me, so coach, how is your weekend like nowadays? I said, do you expect me to describe that? It's absolute boring. Look, it's absolute boring. I need to be here on a Friday, on a Saturday, on a Sunday. We need to be talking about
doing what you love. Yeah.
This is what we love doing. People are missing. Look, the young guys, those of us who are so much glued into what? Betting. No more. No more
minka, right now, if I do see bet where they are ingenious, they have a full ponko, not a full ponko. Charlie, they have camel racing, donkey racing, everything you want, you get.
You have to learn the names of these donkeys and begin to put you see, everything is turned upside down. We are not in normal time. So we'll plead with every Ghanaian out there that look, we don't want to get to the stage where we will lose control on this. Look, you know, the America, the UK, those people, the Italians, look, go to the America. Some of us, God have blessed us and we've been there and we've seen the way they work within the health sector, how prudent they are when it comes to providing quality health service for their people. The facilities there, the logistics there, that even they themselves are finding it difficult to handle. Yes, I accept that no country was prepared for this. We've all been caught unaware. So yes, we will battle it along the line. There are people having sleepless nights. Scientists, pharmacists, chemists, they are having sleepless night worldwide. Not only here in Ghana, not only in America. You can talk about America, Italy, France, UK, Russia. Everywhere, scientists are putting their heads together to come out not only with the vaccine, but for what? With the cure. Now we are in two stages. We need to get a vaccine that will stop the thing from spreading, and we need to get something that will
stops it in its tracks.
Exactly. Yeah. So we are not in normal time. So please, social distances, not more than 25 people
at a gathering.
These are very, very important.
And talking about not more than 25 people at a gathering, Ben, I think it's important that we say, we'll say proper congrats later to our former colleague, now member of the Citi FM pastoral team. We'll get to that later. We'll let Christopher Nimley give.
Okay, so for me, look, I want every Ghanaian who out there to have faith that we will definitely overcome this. For me, I was having my Bible study with my family, I think 2 days ago, when my little daughter, 7 years, would say, "Daddy, can we go to Psalm 91 and see whether we can use that to combat 19?" Like Ajalima said, Corona 50 is not Corona, it's what Corona 19.
COVID-19.
Okay? And my daughter was like, let's read Psalm 91. And I was okay, Davida, read for the family. So she went through, she read, and every single word that came out of that lady girl's mouth completely strengthened me as a father, as the head of the family, to get us to believe that not only my family, but every single family here in Ghana and in the world at large will definitely overcome this disease. So let's keep hoping, let's keep praying, let's keep believing, let's keep doing the right things, let's keep washing our hands, distancing ourselves, sanitizing our hands. If you don't have anything important to do out there, don't do it. Don't go out. Stay indoors. Because if I love to go to church every Sunday, I love to, but if something can keep me away from my Yahweh temple, East Legon, something is keeping me away from going to listening to my Reverend Ishmael Awudu, it means that thing in itself needs to be given some keen attention to. And every Ghanaian should be serious on this matter. Hopefully, very soon, very, very soon, we believe that the good Lord will definitely find a solution to COVID-19, coronavirus. Coronavirus, ebuwehi, ishofiu, wabahani bule, abehi.
Yes, sir.
But I had to step out to deal with a few issues. We were asking what people were doing. Well, I know that, for example, in Ghana, teams have been trying to educate their players. Legon City's FC, I saw a video they shared.
Yeah, I saw that myself.
Through that, lots of the clubs have been sharing the artworks and things via social media. Some clubs are doing their bit.
No, but big props to Legon Cities, though. I think they've been a leader in a lot of these things, dropping artwork, dropping some education.
I mean, it's a plus to those guys in charge.
Throughout all of this, for example, every time
they've been very forthcoming.
Every time the presidency tweets or the president's handle says something, Legon Cities will retweet. They'll have their own artwork telling people to take care of themselves and all of that. So big ups to them. So that's what's happening on the Ghanaian front. A lot of the teams most of the teams have sent their players away, hoping that the players will keep themselves okay. Legon Cities FC, I know the players are at the clubhouse and all of that. We've not heard stories of players taking pay cuts in Ghana, but in places like Germany, for example, today Bayern Munich and Dortmund have announced that some players are taking pay cuts.
The NBA, actually, their top 100 executives have all agreed to take a 20% pay cut.
Yes, and all of this is in line with helping the other staff. Now, let's not forget that, for example, for Premier League teams, they have people who are on their payroll, permanent payroll, and they have match day staff, the stewards and those people who come around to help on match days. Those people are not on a permanent salary, so taking a pay cut frees up money for those people to be paid. Some clubs have committed to pay players and staff all through this period.
But Barcelona, though,
there's some issue. The players don't want a pay cut. It's just going back.
They say the management should go out.
70%. I think 70%.
They say they should.
Huge.
But
a team like Barcelona, they should not be.
Players. The point is this:
Barcelona have one of the most ridiculous wage bills in world football. If you look at their wage bill, their players pick up monumental amounts of cash. So I'm not too surprised that they are bleeding in this season and they are asking guys to take pay cuts. They dare not ask Lionel Messi, though.
No, but at least 30%. If you ask a player to take 70% pay cut.
That's extreme.
And in terms of English football, again, everybody's favorite bad guy, Mike Ashley, is at it again. So he wrote to the English authorities telling them that his chain of sports stores, Sports Direct, they should be classified as essential services, so they shouldn't close his sports shop down. Fans got absolutely furious with that decision, and their anger was based on the fact that earlier this week, Newcastle fans were told that corona or no corona, those who are supposed to pay for season tickets, it's time to pay. Find £600 and come and pay for season tickets, and the fans got upset. And then all these other stories. So now he has apologized and he has told the British authorities.
He apologized too many times for some of these things.
He has told the British authorities that his fleet of cars, he's making them available for the National Health Service, the NHS workers, and all of that. Gary Neville, former Man United player, has
his hotel
available. Roman Abramovich has made the hotel that sits on Stamford Bridge. There's Chelsea, if you go there, they have a hotel on the premises. He's giving it out. He's paid all expenses for 2 months, hoping that things will change. So those are some of the things that
after that they'll give him the visa to come back.
Charlie. Well, let me see if I can get through a few messages coming through. 0549-986-996, 0549-986-996. Let me read a few of those. Accra Hearts of Folk have made a signing, so we'll be brushing over that in a bit, Charlie. Yeah, more coming in.
Yeah, they are saying that between now and next week, they'll drop one every now and
then. House of Folk.
Yeah.
Dropping it like what?
Yes.
We'll be there in a bit. Hold on a second. Let me read a few messages and then I'll come back here. This one says that Sports Panorama crew, you always feed us with credible and authentic news of football, both locally and internationally. We football-loving fans are starving from the lack of live games. Kindly show us some of the dead matches on your network. Hey, Charlie, you can't just get up and start showing dead matches, boss. This one is from Jonathan Amate. Says that Sports Panorama, I think the rabbi, being a rabbi, saw the corona before it manifested. Hence the independence concoction he wanted to do going forward. Jude from Medina says, but wait, I understand these Ghanaian footballers. I don't understand these Ghanaian footballers. Messi is donating huge sums. Ibra and squad are raising funds, and all you do is educate us. Who said we don't know? Well, as Asawajan, like I said, unless you weren't listening,
yes,
he's not just sat in his room and said that he's going to. No, he's actually been on the ground with like the stakeholders in his community. He's doing awareness. They are doing a lot of, and he said that he's going to top it up with donations in the coming days.
Sorry, I've heard that. For example, he's donated material, logistics, those things.
And the person talking about all you're going to do is just educate us. I think that is
just educate. Educating is not just exactly.
That is what we need.
Yeah. Because that from that video I saw from Cape Coast and the castle at the beach, clearly people still need a lot of education on what's going on. This one here says that Sports Panorama, I want you to discuss the given spirit of Ghanaian sport personalities because of what others are doing out there with respect to coronavirus. Okay, I don't really get that, but yeah. It says greetings to you guys for making my evening so special. You guys are awesome. I can't wait for the recommencement of the EPL. I can't wait.
As if it's not nullified.
I can't wait to watch my resurgent Man United. I like the adjectives guys use these days. His awareness-ship, resurgence, the impervious, the Charlie, you people. This one also says, I can't believe guys are still playing ball at Ashaiman Starlight Park day in, day out. Sometimes the police need to force, they need to enforce some of these situations. That's from Zimbo. I clearly agree. Bruno Fernandes should be used
Charlie,
to spread awareness. Charlie, see, no, Nana, see, me too chair, too me trousers, me too me be amao. Hey, you say what? His awareness-ship, aka Bruno Fernandes, should be used to spread awareness on the coronavirus. No, I don't call me you. What? No, Nana, see, no, you be guy. Forget everybody. This one says, what you are talking about is very serious. Ghanaians are acting and behaving, okay, like some robots. Come and see Koforidia. They are walking around and doing and acting like there's nothing at all happening in this world in Ghana. Maybe we want to be treated like some animals before we obey rules and regulations. We need to be serious. I think that people honestly, people need to be serious. Stay indoors, practice social distancing, wash your hands regularly, sanitize your hands regularly, reduce contact with people generally. Just make sure that you are safe during this period. These are not ordinary times, so do take care of yourself. Keep the messages coming though. 0549-986-996, 0549-986-996. I'll be getting to my Twitter also in a bit, and then I'll be checking out exactly what's been coming through from that side. But let's get to the camp of Accra Hearts of Folk. And they said they have signed a Nigerian midfielder, Abdul Rahman. He's from Niger instead.
Yes.
Okay, so there's another one that's also from interesting. Let's just deal with the first one. They bought this guy from Al Merrikh of Sudan, and the deal was announced on Thursday. So apparently it's a 2-year deal. Accra House of Folk have been very blunt in terms of creativity and getting goals. I'm not too sure about this guy. I haven't seen too much about him, but hopefully he will alleviate their woes. They say they are dropping a new player to win, Nathan. They are dropping a new player every day to win.
Yeah, they said they've signed 4 players. They've released one. they'll mention the other 3 in the course of the coming week. But the stories are that, and they tweeted what I'm coming to say. The official word from Hearts is that their head coach Edward Odum, and mind you, he's now officially the team's head coach.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
He's not interim again.
He's looking for an assistant. That one has not been solved.
No, Charlie, I must play Daniel Cranton's impersonation of Neil Doom again.
So he told the board he needed 4 players. They've given him 1. Some reports are saying that he requested for Davis Taylor from Karela. It looks like Odum understands that he needs to solve Hearts of Oak scoring problems. So maybe he feels that Davis Taylor will help. But we'll see how it goes. So 3 more players or to drop for Hearts of Oak. They said they've signed 4 players.
Hey, coach. Yeah, Charlie, your people are reinforcing.
I just hope
Accra has to folk.
I just hope and pray that these are signings that will address specific problems within the team. Because if you look at this House of Folk team, they need somebody who's a creator, a technically gifted player who will always be taking the ball off players like Emmanuel Nate and Nefutu and get people to score goals. Okay, you need that player who is always aware of the situation. Players upon touching the ball go past 1, 2, 3 players and then put in those killer passes for the likes of Drogba and Co to score. I just hope they're addressing the problem. And another area they really do need to strengthen is their centre back. I think has a full concede.
No, so
many goals.
Quick correction. So Nathan did actually get it wrong. He's Nigerian. Not Nigerian.
No, I said Nigerian. You said
Nigerian.
Yes, I said he's Nigerian.
Oh, I thought he was Nigerian.
Yeah.
He's a defensive midfielder, for those of you who are wondering. So he's not bringing you goals.
And I'm not sure that is what they need. Because if
you have Frederick Ansaboche, you have
Emmanuel Nete, you don't need another defensive midfielder. No, you don't need. You need an offensive, creative ball juggler, somebody who will get people to be non-existent. These are the sort of players House of Folk need. Another area they should look at strengthening is that centre back area. I think that some people in that area are too comfortable. Especially with their trident, the one they believe to be their kingpin at the back. I forgot, is it Modalasa?
Yeah.
I think he's too comfortable. Yeah, he's a good player, but he needs very good competition to keep him on his A game. That he's not gotten this season or in the first 14 games that I personally observed from House of Oak. They need somebody to compete with him. He feels very comfortable around the guys there, and as a result, there are times where he misbehaves. He's too sure. When the likes of Stephen Tete were that sure, they had people like Ajumendia putting them on their toes to get the job done. You don't have any player who commands you.
Wait a second there, because I have opened the tracker archives and I have scoped Lawali Mamane, the Nigerian international. A video has been posted on him. They say, watch the sublime skills of new House of Folk midfielder. Now I can tell you, Charlie, you know his feathership. You know his feathership?
No.
Oh, you don't know who his feathership is?
No, I don't know.
Oh, Pogby Afede the fourth.
Okay.
AKA his feathership.
Okay.
His feathership has cash. So he also dug into his cash pot and signed another one who looks like Awareness Part 2. Charlie, see, well, let me speak small tree here. Pass is not nipa guy no chicheni. Like Nathan would say, he's dishing it out like rice and stew.
Okay.
See,
that
his feathership has brought his awareness Part 2.
This time, if only he's that type of player. If only he's that type of player, then of course that is what they need.
In the first 1 minute of the highlights, I just peeped 30-yard diagonal passes, 25-yard ground pass, 30-yard long pass. It's looking pretty. Played for Almeric, so I'm thinking he's no slouch, because Almeric is pretty much a decent team.
So if these are the passes he's given, Emmanuel Nete do same. Okay.
That's same,
Emmanuel Nete, that's same. He 60, 80, 70, 40. he
just name it.
Things with cheeky ease. Yeah. So all that I'm saying is, make sure whoever you are bringing in the team is coming to address a specific problem. Nathan always says this, and I agree with him. When you are signing a player, You sign a player that will give you something you need that you don't have.
Yeah.
Always important.
Yeah, you don't sign players just for the fun of it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He should be bringing in something that you need that you don't have. But if it's about passing the ball 60, 70, 25, we've seen Marinette does that with cheeky ease, week in, week out. So they need a creative player. A player who will pick the ball in the attacking third of the opponent, and once he shakes his body, just the shaking of the body, then for the likes of the
Joseph Esso,
Drogba, and your one and only a free boy who thinks like to the goalkeeper, who score. But if you are bringing somebody who just passed the ball 60, 70, I'm not saying these things are not needed, but I think Hasselhoff have got players who are already doing such things. Okay, Emmanuel Neti he's very. I mean, you were there at Accra Sports Stadium that day against Kumasi. There was one time where with the outside of his foot, 60 yards, bam, and the whole stadium, everybody, including those who were not even those who don't support, everybody were all clapping our hands because he does that with ease. You don't need such a player, and like I'm saying, they need to address their right full back. The captain again,
Fatal.
he's not convincing. Look, he's had one of the worst seasons in my view since he came to Accra Hasselhoff. They need to address that, and they need to address the problem of goal scoring. Look, Drogba.
I think it's Hasselhoff's biggest problem.
Yes,
goal scoring.
They need to address that. Drogba doesn't move, and he's always blocking the channel of Issel. Especially when Issel in the 14 games, I think about 60 to 70% of those games he were asked to play from the right,
mostly from the right hand
side. And then some of us had to come in to speak tactics and get him to be. The moment he was brought through the middle against Kotoko, when he was brought, he equalized. Again in the last two games where he was asked to play directly through the middle or right behind Avehime Drogba. I mean, we also want him.
Look, I think that if Hearts could get a very good finisher, Esso would thrive. You see, because he's a massive hard worker who knows how to support another front man. So if you bring somebody in who knows how to move and be at the right place at the right
especially
time,
somebody who would take the attention away from Esso. And then he would just be coming from the blind side and then banging in the goals like we saw him do against Accra Great Olympics.
No problem. So we'll get to some other stuff in a bit. There, Kim Faisal have also been up to some action and they're doing their own thing.
They need proper addition. They need proper
Faisal haven't won a game this season,
or else they are a relegated team. They need proper quality addition. In fact, in every department, from goalkeeping to defense to midfield to attack, they need proper
because if you look at their numbers, they are the fourth or fifth best scoring team.
Then maybe
so clearly the problem with Faisal is defense
and maybe
defense and midfield. Because clearly when they can score, they can actually score, but it looks like they don't have what it takes to stop the teams from scoring.
The coach there should take some of the blame, because if you have a free scoring team, then what that tells you is that if you can get them to be a bit compact and wait for your moment, because I want to believe that for the fact that they are a free scoring team, in 90 minutes at least they'll be able to conjure at least 2 or 3 good chances, and you expect them from their statistics, those 3, 2 or 1 will be put away. So if you can get them to be a bit compact, do not keep the game or do not make the game a bit open, then they should be winning games.
Then if you go through Faisal's numbers, for example, they've scored 17 goals. 17 goals.
And they've conceded
29.
And that's what I'm saying, that then maybe,
if you go through their results, for example, in almost every game they score. They didn't score against Ash Gold, and they didn't score against Midiama. Those were the only 2 games in which Faisal did not score. They score in every game.
That time they scored 2,
yes,
end up losing 3.
They had a mad game against Accra Great Olympics where they scored 3 goals and still lost the game.
So like Chris is saying, there is a tactical problem with this team.
There should be.
There is something very wrong with it. You cannot play 14 games. You haven't won one. You are scoring goals and yet you are losing. No. There is something very wrong with Kim Faisal. I just hope, because the signings they've made, one is a midfielder and Dear Champo, I think that's the name, and then Samuel Akurugu, former House of Hope goalkeeper. So they are hoping that they'll have some experience between the sticks Is that a good signing? I have my reservations, but at least you can understand what they are trying to do, especially on the goalkeeping side. But Anthony Comey and his charges, they have to do something. You see, because man, if this run continues, if the league resumes and they play 10 more games without a win, I think they are done for.
Because what they don't want to happen to the players is for them to mentally accept the fact that they are already a relegated team. Then it becomes extremely difficult for the coach to get them to produce any form of.
I'm sure they are happy with this interruption.
Yeah, that's a calling for the nullification of the league.
There is a corona
somebody should tell Grunsa that if this league is nullified, reinstated, nullified, reinstated, nullified, reinstated a third time, and they come back with the squad and the technical setup they have, they'll be relegated every single time they come back. That is the honest truth about what is going on. I'll quickly run you by some other sports stories that are going before we take a break, and then we move on to some other stuff. Some other bit of breaking news that came through yesterday exclusively from Citi Sports is that Teofimo Lopez says that despite his bout with Lomachenko still on the horizon, he's still open to fighting Richard Comey again. He's open to giving him a rematch again. Nathan, you know the details of this one.
Yeah, so it turns out I was relaxing my seat, just trying to wrap up for the day, when I got a notification that The Athletic, which is the sports writing platform, were doing a live chat with Teofimo Lopez. So I decided to, since I subscribe, I decided to jump in there, and I threw Teofimo Lopez a question. Well, I was hoping he would answer. I didn't think but he answered. He actually responded. I asked him about, one, whether or not he was going to face some other person. He was going to do a mandatory before Lomachenko, and whether or not he was open to giving Richard Comey a rematch. And he answered both questions. He said, well, he's in touch with Lomachenko's people. He's in touch with his manager and promoter, and they are trying to put the fine details together. So it looks like that bout is in the works. It looks like it will happen. Lopez wants it to happen. So he's really, really on the necks of Lomachenko's people. Then on the Richard Comey thing, he answered that, look, he wishes Comey the very best. If the chance is there for them to do it again, he's willing to give Comey another shot. So that's that. If you have followed all the interviews he's granted after the bout till today, he sounds very complimentary of Richard Comey. He sounds very respectful of Richard Comey. He believes that Comey is a good guy. I mean, they had to go at each other for a title for him. I mean, it happens in sport, it happens in boxing, but he sounds very respectful. He thinks Comey is a good guy, and like he said, he would be willing to give Comey another shot. So I think all of it, things will have to line up properly. His immediate attention is on Vasyl Lomachenko. Should he get that bout, he'll be happy. I think the result of that bout will determine how far away from Lopez Comey part 2, or how close we are to that. So I think all of it will really hang on how quickly he secures that Lomachenko bout, and then he'll think about Richard Comey. I suspect that his answer, or a more definite answer, will come after he fights Lomachenko. If he still has the title, assuming he beats Lomachenko and unifies the division, he would give Comey a shot. I think if he doesn't win the title, he may not. Maybe the other way around. If he doesn't win that bout, he would want to give Comey a shot. Because
there's no need for
what's the point? Because even if he doesn't have the belt, why should Comey fight him?
That's it.
I think it will be more of if he gets the belt off Lomachenko.
Then
he becomes
he has 4 belts.
He has 4 belts. He becomes the most obvious target. And then Comey would have to work his way up.
I'm sure Lomachenko won't be looking for a rematch in his own bout.
So as it stands now, Lomachenko have how many?
3 belts.
He has the
WBC, WBA, and WBO belts, in addition to the Ring Magazine. But that's
Lopez has the
IBF title. That's what Comey had. So now they want a unification. Now, Top Rank, after 2 things. Now, after Lomachenko defeated Luke Campbell, Bob Arum was asked what would happen next. He said all of it would depend on the Lopez and Comey bout. We also saw how that one ended. So it looks like Top Rank, because all the boxers are signed, all the 2 guys in this conversation are signed to Top Rank. Vasyl Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez.
Yes.
So it looks like Bob Arum has a very easy fight to make. The problem now will be, 1, when they do the bout. 2, the splits in terms of the pairs. Obviously Lomachenko gets more, but where will they stage the bout? Is it in the US? Would they do a neutral venue? Would they be tempted by Arab money to go to Saudi Arabia? So those are the things. But I think that bout is not too difficult to make since Bob Arum is in charge and he's overseeing these two boxes. I don't think that it will be too much of a problem. The other hurdle will be if Lomachenko wants it. And I think he would want it. I think he would want to settle this argument about his place in lightweight boxing and all of that.
And I think he's the best boxer.
So we'll see. So I think that Richard Come's people need to keep an eye out. I think they need to keep Come warmed up because he could have an opening. It may not be straightforward because he may have to go through an opponent or two to get close to that mandatory status where Lopez was when he fought Come, because he became a mandatory challenger. Come has to get into that place where you cannot avoid him, and he has to be ready for another opportunity or another chance at winning a world title.
So that's what's going on. Sports Panorama proudly brought to us by Betway and also by DSTV. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, some Premier League action because Charlie, we've been starving. Yeah, the guys have been laying down their best Premier League goals and the best goals that have been scored against their teams. Send us your suggestions also via Twitter, via text message, and also let us know if there's anything you'd perhaps want us to touch on. Keep your dial right here, Sports Panorama. We'll be right back.
City 97.3 Accra.
The Betway Money Bag Boost lets you back more of your favorite teams by giving you up to 20 times your bets back if you are lucky. Visit betway.com.gh and create a multi-bet that has 6 or more selections. If one of your selections lets you down, we'll refund up to 20 times the value of your bet. The more selections you add, the more you get back. Bet your way with Betway today. Terms and conditions apply. No under 18. Bet the responsible way.
City 97.3 Accra.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap under running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868, or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
City 97.3 More variety.
Welcome back, Sports Panorama here. Let me read a few more messages coming through. 0549986996. I'll get to Nathan after that for some tweets also coming through. Let me get through this one. This one says that good evening, Ben. Because some very stubborn people exist among the population, the punishment for anyone violating the president's orders ought to be very severe. The punishment should be made public. I hope it includes public flogging of not less than 36 strokes at the Independence Square, plus 2 weeks of desilting of Agboglosi market drains, except Sundays, working from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. with 3 15-minute breaks within the period. Echo Ocher from Doyumu Chale Echo, a wicked power. 36 strokes in public. This one is from Ni Aite Stone. Says that Coach should be awarded for inventing the name Bruno Awareness Fernandez, aka his awareness ship.
Do you know that for not for the longest of time, but for a few days,
I
could never say like Bruno Fernandes. It's like alone
without saying Bruno's awareness.
Unconscious, but even when I'm there,
I don't even say Bruno awareness. I just say his awareness.
I'll say what has Christopher done? What is it that he's done?
His awareness. When you see, that's what they say about the great players. The great players always get called by one or two names.
That's it.
Phenomenal.
You know, Perlo. One name. Nobody ever says his
Ronaldo.
Finish. His awareness. Hello, guy. Awudi Bernard from Medina says, Ben, we are in extraordinary times and the Ghanaian people should be aware of COVID-19 and also follow safety measures. You do not have to panic over COVID-19. As for the neem tree theory, I have no idea. But the neem tree theory, the neem tree there is good for things. Oh, it's good for. I'm not saying that theory is not good for things. That's what I'm saying. I'll be wearing my tolagbaji with my blankets and I'll be. But Jan, I beg you, baby, I beg you, just stick to the donations, awareness, education.
That's what he is doing.
That's what he's doing.
He's doing it. If you like, take it. If you like, leave it. So boil the neem tree.
That's what I found. Guys, give me a name for Asamoah Gyan's neem tree theory. The neem tree theory. Give us a name for that. A few more minutes. Nathan, if you can give us some tweets. Guys have been getting at us all evening. We'll be getting into the goals in a bit. I of course was on the red side, the Cop side, the Liverpool side, the Mersey side. My best Liverpool goal.
You will get into that in a bit. Just hold on.
Give me tweets.
Somebody. Okay, so at Ralph General says, I want to know if the Ajax player who came out of coma was still on the payroll. I think so. I think Ajax was supporting his family. That's great news this week. 2 years after coma, he's out, he's blinking, he's moving his eyes, he can point, do a few things. We thank God for that. It's brilliant. This one says, tell coach that we have a solution for our right back. Fatal's replacement is Larry Sumaila. Says Danike will tell you guys more about him. Okay. This one says Hearts of Oak have signed the Ashaiman Zlatan.
Ashaiman what?
Zlatan.
Chalimamon,
okay, at Kwame_Ike says, why are the clubs signing new players? The GFA should suspend the transfer window. What money are the clubs going to use the players? We should be serious. Okay. This one says the Ghana word coach was looking for is Pumo. Pumo. Okay, somebody's asking us to drop some video. Well, you can catch it on Caleb Kuda's back page. There's a repeat on Sunday. Naughty children. You this one says somebody says we should be translating coach's prayer for those who don't understand.
I have taken that particular that's
Alan Johnson
will definitely translate the I will do it personally. I'll take it upon myself to do.
Alan Johnson is asking permission to use coach's prayer as his ringtone.
Interesting times. Nathan, Charlie, what's going on? Premier League time.
Yeah, Charlie, so the Premier
League media young cancel or play.
Talk about the news from England is that the lower leagues, they call it levels 5 and 6.
Yeah. Charlie, but England leagues, have so many leagues.
There's a pyramid. So the 5th and 6th levels have nullified their leagues. No promotion, no relegation. Nobody's handed any title. We go at it again next season. And so the conversation that's happened at the lower tiers, people are asking, should they happen to the top? We wait to see. Some people, like the West Ham woman, Karen Brady, I think her name is, she has called for the league to be nullified. Rio Ferdinand has also called for the league to be nullified. But we all
Rio Ferdinand should let respect descend into his presence.
So that's what's happening. Teams are training. There are various training things. Man United's players are at home. Arsenal's players are at home. Some teams are giving their players things to do. Earlier this week, Kojo Asama was having a chat with me. He told me that at Inter Milan, nobody's training, but they've been giving things to do via WhatsApp, via video, and all of that. That's what's happening. And this guy is back. Mikel Arteta. He's back. He's recovered from the coronavirus. He's put out a video and he's hoping that
I think it's really essential that we put out these recovery stories because people really need the hope that you can recover
he's
from
done
this.
Kelum Hatinodoe has recovered. Rudy Gobert,
if you like your NBA, Rudy Gobert was the first NBA player to contract the virus along with his teammate Donovan Mitchell. They've also been cleared and they are,
so
good to go.
I think
the man from Greece, the one who eventually gave it to Ateta,
the Olympiacos,
also recovered.
The Olympiacos, so it looks like there's progress generally happening. But let me just take a quick message from Asamoah Gyan, and then we'll come back and get into Premier League action.
I'm here to talk about what is going on right now in the world, which is a coronavirus. It's getting serious. I advise everybody, let's take precautions, stay at home, use your hand sanitizers. Let's do everything possible to protect ourselves. As an icon, people look up to me. This is the time. I urge all the celebrities, all those who are fortunate, all those who want to give back to the community. Let's give back to the community because this is the time people need us. People need our support. Let's do this to help the government because the government cannot do this alone. We cannot depend on the government. This is our lives. We have to protect each and everyone. We have to protect one another. We have to stick together. And also, as we are home, I urge everybody, let's stick to our tradition, which is the neem tree. You just put the neem tree in a bowl, as everybody know. Put it on fire, warm it. After you take it off, just cover yourself with a blanket or something so you can feel the heat. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Very, very important. I'm also doing it. I will show you a video afterwards. I'll just post a video afterwards so everybody will know what I'm talking about. We have to take this very, very serious. I urge everybody, please. It's getting serious, but nobody should be scared.
Okay, Baby Jet, thank you for the lessons. We're about to get more lessons from
Baby Jet medical supplies.
Charlie, the herbalist. That's what we do. The herbalist.
A cracker. We do all.
Charlie, we're going to go to the phone lines now and talk to the head of the Krodo brothers, the headmaster of the Krodo clan, Gordon, Indira Jakpa, Fento Tahiru, Tumu Jon Snow,
VVD,
King Quarantine, Kofinsia. Nana, welcome to Sports Panorama.
Nana,
Yo, it's good to hear your voice once again. I hope you are self-isolating in the politically correct manner.
Christopher.
What is it? I've been calling you 3 days now. You've not been picking the calls. Why?
The call, it was one. It was one call.
So it's okay. It's okay. Don't instigate a fight over the phone. The truth is that we are curious about what your life has become in isolation. But you also dropped us.
I've learned a few things. It's amazing what idle time can teach you. I've been learning a few skills. Skill number one, I've figured out how to cook rice without burning the under. You know,
rice.
It only took me 7 tries. Only 7.
7.
Yes, only
wow.
7 tries.
Remind me never to eat your cooked food again.
You know, it is difficult because when you are using rice cooker, it's easy. But when you are using a silver pan and gas, I figured that the trick is to lower the gas. I didn't know this. You require to lower the gas.
General Tahiru.
I had to change the pan because the first one after 2 tries on the under was black. I couldn't even wash it.
Gentlemen, I have one piece of advice for you. Have the national fire service on standby because next time you try to cook
because this
I don't like what I'm hearing at all. Now
I have
Yeah?
Now I have a new target.
which one is
After
this?
figuring out how to cook the rice without burning the under. Now my next target is to learn how to cook the rice for it to remove one.
So
No, hold on.
wait. So are you saying you've been cooking lua? Do you know what lua is?
I'm not interested. What lua is? No, what? It is not good. One is coming from your mouth. It's not a good thing.
So you want to do what? The rice that you use 1-1. Nah,
Yes, so
Charlie.
now I need to figure out how to cook the rice for it to remove one. You know that thing. It takes a skill.
No, see,
Let me teach you.
No, that's an elite rice.
Listen. Let me teach you. When you are going to cook your rice, measure the quantity. You see the cup. Maybe you have this cup that you use to measure the quantity. Just put the same quantity of water. Use the same quantity of water, to cook the rice, and allow the heat to don the rice. That's all. Don't be adding water. Meaning whole lua.
Christopher, let me tell you. I've discovered that the burning of the rice, the volume of the rice to count. How much rice you are cooking, it counts.
Masa, no. You don't know how to cook. Look,
Listen,
let's go.
Let us go to your Premier League goals because clearly you are really the head.
Expertise is not in rice
No, at all, Charlie.
No, the other day I tried to prepare stew, right?
Forget about what you prepared. Let's go to the do.
After finishing preparing the when I was preparing the stew was nice. It was nice. The whole time I was enjoying it.
So
But when I
soft.
finished preparing it, it wasn't nice again.
Charlie, you are not serious. If we follow you, we'll be doing cooking recipes all night. Tell me about your favorite Chelsea goal and stop misbehaving on the other side.
Oh man, see, make I tell you something. Just make I tell you, now we a boy, we a champ. Who help me now?
See, we'll take you off the phone lines. You are really misbehaving.
Wait. Christopher, you prayed for me.
What is your favorite Chelsea goal?
When you say me must straight answer, remember? See, give me 1 minute. You didn't talk about the Olympics, so it's big.
Hey, you won't come on the phone and come and change the itinerary. Behave and go to your favorite Chelsea goal.
Okay, fine. I think it was a very difficult decision. As you are aware, Chelsea are the scorers of some of the most amazing goals in the history of the Premier League.
This guy.
Let's see.
These days, when we ask you questions, we need to say, in one paragraph, explain the following situations. That's what we need to do to you.
Oh, you asked for my favorite goal, and I'm saying that it wasn't an easy choice. But after an awful lot of deliberation, I think I had to settle on Andre Schürrle's goal against Burnley, Monday Night Football, opening day of the 2014-2015 season. It was at the end of a 33-pass sequence from Chelsea that laid the foundation for Chelsea's run to win the Premier League title in the 2015 season. That was Jose Mourinho's second season after coming back to Chelsea. And it wasn't just the quality of the finish that made it such an exquisite goal. I think it was the build-up and the assist from Cesc Fabregas from the half volley. That has to go down in the history of the Premier League as perhaps the greatest assist in the history of the Premier League. It's the perfectly weighted pass, the run from Schürrle.
Hey,
build up.
Perfectly weighted run and things.
Oh yes, the dink pass from Ivanovic. At some point, I didn't even know he had it in him to be able to pick up a pass like that. And the ball had pretty much every Chelsea player had touched the ball before it ended up in the back of the net. Bar John Terry and the goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. Started with Cahill into the middle of the park. Matic, Fabregas, Ivanovic, Aspilicueta, pretty much every player, Oscar Hazard, everyone touched the ball,
including you, Tumu Jon Snow. What we are going to do, No, me, I won't mind you again. I'll talk over your voice. We are going to play your Sheila goal and take you off the line, because if I follow you and I know you very well, you will talk to the end of the show. Bye bye and keep cooking rice. Let's get that Sheila goal, and then we'll take the other goals from Nathan, coach, and myself. Let's go.
We'll get possession at every opportunity. Fine run here by Hazard as well. It's a brilliant run, in fact, as he lays it on to Ivanovic. Fabregas with the through ball, and the flag stays down. It's a brilliant move and a wonderful finish by Scheller. 20 minutes gone. Chelsea, who trailed, now lead.
Yeah, so Fenty Otahiru there. Hey, Charlie, go back one. This guy's a problem. One goal he would describe. He has taken us through rice tutorials, Hey, Fenty Otahiru. Nathan, Charlie, favorite Premier League goal?
My favorite Premier League goal, it has to be only one. Scored at Old Trafford.
Goal perfection.
12 February 2011.
That goal was mad.
Wayne Rooney, 78-minute bicycle kick in Manchester Derby. I'll never forget that goal.
Please give me that goal.
Nani. Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! And what a time! In what a place! What a player! Wayne Rooney out of this world! 2-1 United!
Charlie, you know the part I like. What a goal!
It says, what a goal at what a time, in what a match, what a player.
Nah. You know what makes that perfect? The celebration.
When Rooney had a horrible game.
Yep.
He was terrible all through, and then he scored that. If you read Wayne Rooney's My 10 Years in the Premier League, the book starts from there, where he describes the goal from his perspective as the ball is moving. Remember, he gave a very bad pass as the sequence started. So he said as the ball came from Nani, remember, it went off Zabaleta's back. Your very good friend Momo Zabaleta. So he had to readjust himself. And he said as he caught it and he fell and turned and saw it was in the net, he ran towards the corner. And as he turned and opened his arms, the abuse from the Man City fans were raining down on him. But he enjoyed every second of it because
the celebration did it for me. Just open. See, you can make a statue. You can make a statue out of that celebration.
I urge people to watch that goal on YouTube, especially Alex Ferguson's reaction. He's hurling out all kinds of expletives as he's bouncing up and down, enjoying the goal. But that's that. The best goal I've seen a team score against Man United. Wow, it was a tough choice. But Christopher reminded me of one, and I completely forgot about it. And I think I'll go with Christopher's choice. Chris, what was that?
Yeah, that was Thierry Henry's goal against Man United at Highbury. At Highbury. Against
if it's a Thierry Henry goal, you know what type of goal it is.
Henry, what a goal! Inspiration for Arsenal from Thierry Henry. Have a look at one of the greatest goals I've seen on this ground. Still evident. That's majestic.
So Thierry Henry, of course, Mr. Audacious. I call him the finesse king.
Yeah, that goal actually decided the game.
The finesse king.
And look, it had everything. From a throw in, he just knew what he was about. I think he has held, was it Jensen or one of the man?
Yeah, he had.
And then just touched the ball and then
flicked it once and
bat as well. He was all
some
about
lovely stuff there. Coach,
but Chris, tell us your favorite.
My favorite goal. I went with what?
The bicycle kick?
I think that goal is the best goal ever to be scored in the Premiership.
I find it hard to disagree.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of opinion, so
I find it hard to disagree.
You may like my United.
I've seen bicycle kicks being played.
That is the
but the technique was so pure. It was so clean. The suspension,
and the ball was hit with some form of pace. And the fact that he was on the move, and if you look at the slow motion again, the moment the ball deflected off Zabaleta, he had to readjust, and all this took place within a second. Just within a second. And the manner with which the bicycle, the ball just took a second.
Look, Joe Hart,
like you like to say,
Joe Hart stood. Look, but I'll tell you, and that day was quite interesting. I remember I was watching with my younger brother, and the entire game was so angry with Rooney. And it was 1-1 that Dzeko had scored. All that. And so I when Rooney misplaced the pass, I got up, I stood. and I was insulting him, hurling abuse at the television. And then I was about to hurl one big ball of abuse at him. Then Rooney scores a bicycle kick and I'm froze. The words are stuck in my throat. And I tend to look at my brother. Then my brother looks at me, sitting in the chair all quiet, looks at me and says, go on. Go on.
No.
Give that to me again. That Wayne Rooney.
Play
Give
that
it
Wayne
to me
Rooney
again.
commentary.
Wayne Rooney. Give it to me
The
again.
best goal ever.
Henri. What a goal!
Nani.
Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! And what a time! In what a place! What a player! Wayne Rooney out of this world! 2-1 United!
I'll tell you about my favorite Liverpool goal. It was definitely the 2018-2019 season, not too long ago. Daniel Sturridge against Chelsea. Look, the fans had been abusing him. Sturridge is done. Sturridge is washed. Why is Liverpool still holding on to?
Liverpool were
And then
losing the game.
Yeah.
And then
Liverpool were down by a goal to nil.
Daniel Sturridge just did Daniel Sturridge.
Shaqiri into Sturridge. Sturridge shoots! Oh, what about that? Daniel Sturridge back at Stamford Bridge with an absolute beauty. Chelsea won, Liverpool won. A stunner from Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah, that Sturridge goal sticks with me. I'm still a big fan of Daniel Sturridge. And then my favorite goal scored against Liverpool, guys. I cannot forget this one. Anthony Martial's debut for Manchester United, and it was against Liverpool. Look, I know this because I do that sequence so much when I'm playing FIFA. The step over, the come inside, and then the finesse to the far post. Look, as an opposing fan, and I'm saying this, I loathe Manchester United. I was rooted to the spot. Like, I could not hate, I could not complain. Nah, give me some Tony Martial. Give it to me.
Martial is isolated. Skirtle here. Oh, yes! Welcome to Manchester United, Anthony Martial!
It was the Martial show.
Yeah,
it was
so
the
that was
Martial
Martin
show.
Tyler's commentary. Peter Drew's commentary on the day, it went something along the lines of Anthony Martial scores, Stretford end hero. They said the boy can play. He really can play.
Yeah. I remember that. This was Martin Tyler. And
Guess what?
What's happening?
Cousin Pogs is on the line.
Yeah, the winner of the Stay at Home Challenge.
Nana Champon. Nana.
Oh boy.
We are pleased to be in your presence, Your Highness.
Oh boy. But wait, why will you so confident when I to come and give this whack life lessons for
Charlie? No, you didn't notice that I had to take him off the line.
A 43-year-old man and he can't cook rice at his age.
Wait, did you say our colleague is 43?
He's 43 years, and that's his. I think you know
football age.
Football age. You just take it like he can't cook rice. Charlie, this guy.
Charlie.
Wasting everybody's time.
Charlie, talk to me. The time is almost finished. Cousin Pogs, talk to me.
Charlie, my goal. It was based on the moment. You see, United has lost 2 games in a row against Liverpool. 4-1 at home. Following week, 2-0 against Fulham.
If you're a United fan, you know this goal.
We were losing 2-1 at home against Aston Villa. Liverpool were on top of the league. We had to win the game to go back on top. Then Donnarumma equalized. Cristiano, I love you. And then there was Tevez on the bench. But that Michelle Gerson said he's bringing in Makeda. I had never seen the boy before. I saw the boy warming up. I insulted plus Ferguson. I insulted him. And the boy came. That day, I broke the. See, when the ball touched the net, I ran out. I broke the front door. Then I came. I said, yeah. Then I came back. I tried to fix the thing. I said that I didn't win you. So I went back. I jumped down. See, Makeda, winner, 93rd minute winner against Aston Villa. I'll never forget that goal in my life.
Nana, give me that goal.
Comes out to Giggs. Great turn by Makeda! Astonishing! The response of champions.
A dose of nostalgia. If you were a true United fan, you remember this.
I remember this goal.
2008-2009 season, yeah.
DK, Charlie, wrap it up for us. Hey, wrap it up. What have you done? You have run away.
Charlie, see. And then another favorite of mine. 2-0 down at halftime against Manchester City. As for the league, we knew that this game not there. But Man City will not win the league in front of us. And then Cousin Punks. You see, at halftime he called me. He said, this match, we are not losing. I said, okay, yeah, you know what I'm telling you, we lose this match. Then Punks came back. Charlie, that second goal, he spent 6 seconds in the air before he headed the put by
defying gravity. Cousin Punks.
6 seconds in the air. Charlie, you don't know what you are talking about.
AKA Abokobi Roger Federer. Charlie Cousin, stay safe out there for us. You heard from the guys. Charlie, but
yeah, I mean, several people have sent in their entry. People say their favorite goals. I'll just run through some of them. Somebody says the Jack Wilshere goal against Norwich City. The one-touch passing.
That goal was wild.
The ball didn't touch the floor.
Wild.
And then
Sanchez, I remember that goal.
And then somebody says their favorite Man United goal is RVP versus Aston Villa. The night United won the league. The non-drop volley. Yeah. But Van Persie has a history of non-drop volleys.
Van Persie has an elite collection of goals.
There's this Superman Van Persie volley he did scored against Charlton. I think we have that. The Superman Van Persie volley against Charlton. So let people just feast on Robin Van Persie goal against Charlton. Somebody says Michael Essien goal against Arsenal.
Ooh, how did that was a blinder.
This week it featured on Chelsea's Throwback Thursday, and we did a story out of that for Citi SportsOnline.com. But Robin Van Persie against Charlton, enjoy.
Clem. Eboué's made a great forward run here. Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie! Well, as volleys go, that is from right out of the top drawer.
Yes, sir. So Van Persie doing the business. Charlie.
So many great goals. And then one other goal worthy of mentioning is that Dennis Bergkamp goal against Newcastle.
2002.
Bro, I had a headache picking my goal of it because look, see Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard has a whole catalogue of goals that are worthy of being Premier League all-time goals.
Yeah, that's true.
But guys, something happened at the beginning of the show.
What happened?
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Honorable.
Oh, no,
Honorable, yes, why? COVID-19 no the feche na ye woma.
Just on the light.
Honorable, we are sorry. COVID-19, they won't do it again. We are sorry. Citi TV, Citi FM, we love you. Yeah, doll. Coach, please tell Honorable something for me.
Ma, enele, bodon jolly. Small moda. Bono kawaya, bono kawoba. Enele COVID-19, COVID-19. Nakanoni.
Yeah.
And then just before we go,
massive congrats to our very good friend Marley Chikata. He got married today.
See, Coach, you should have told me
so that you can do what deliver.
You should have told me.
It doesn't matter. Marley, we can still get him. He and Mrs. Chikata are listening. Mrs. Chikata loves the show so much so that if she misses, I hear she goes back to watch the entire thing.
We will deliver them a bottle of independence.
Mrs. Chikata,
won't say anything.
It's all to your benefit. Just make sure you get him to remind me. I will supply, and you will benefit. It's to your benefit.
The potions master has spoken. But just before we go, a happy belated birthday to my sweet mother, Charlie. She be big fan of Coach Nimili.
Charlie,
no more,
ma. You my job.
Oh no, she say.
My job.
No, she be the real MVP.
No more. You my jolly.
If
what a job, me.
Oh yeah.
Jolly.
No, if
one of these days, I'm bashing.
Oh no, she say. No, it's not bashing.
Me, honor. konke hot ona shitoni ona eba mi wa no nyo
Ono sisi.
mi ganyo ji no mi enti oma o kemba ma ti mama in the no fiole.
Thank you, sir. And that's it for us here. Benjamin Nketsia, you heard Coach Christopher Nimley and Nathan Kwao joining us on the phone. You had Fentio Tahiru Fentio and then also Daniel Kranting. The Honorable Hajia Alima Mahama. Please take it and dash it to us. We are your kids on Sports Panorama. Thank you very much, guys, for doing the listening. And stay safe out there. Show proudly brought to us by Betway and by DSTV. We're out.